Zoya was 40, a woman who had built a life out of solitude and career. She was like a classic novel, elegant, deep, and finished with the idea of happily ever after. Then came Arian, a 20-year-old soul who saw the world not as it was, but as it could be. The collision of two worlds. Their bond didn't start with grand gestures. It started with quiet conversations over coffee and a shared love for old poetry. While the world saw a massive gap of 2 decades, Arian saw a woman who understood his silence better than anyone his own age. When they decided to marry, the world didn't just whisper, it screamed. The critics said, she's old enough to be his mother. The skeptics said, he's just a boy, he'll wake up one day and leave her for someone younger. The wedding night reflection. On their wedding day, Zoya stood before the mirror, tracing the faint lines around her eyes. She felt the weight of her age like a heavy cloak. Arian walked in, sensing her insecurity. He didn't offer a cliché compliment. Instead, he whispered, "Zoya, people count years to measure life. I count the depth of your soul. You aren't my past, you are my entire future." Living in the shadows of judgment. The struggle wasn't inside their home, it was outside. In grocery stores, they were mistaken for mother and son. At parties, cold glares followed them. One evening, overwhelmed by the pressure, Zoya broke down. "Arian, I am stealing your youth. In 10 years, I will be old, and you will still be in your prime. I can't give you the life a younger woman could." Arian knelt beside her, taking her weathered hands in his smooth ones. "Love isn't a biological clock, Zoya. I didn't marry you for a trophy to show the world. I married you because when I'm with you, the world finally makes sense. If your hair turns silver, I'll love you in silver. If your steps slow down, I'll simply walk slower with you." The essence, true love doesn't look at a birth certificate, it looks for a home. In a world It looks for a home. In a world obsessed with timelines, they chose to live in a moment that lasted a lifetime. Would you like me to add a specific conflict to this story, such as a family confrontation, or perhaps fast forward to 10 years later to see how they are doing?